Midnight is when the horror begins at Sundance. Horror movies, that is.
This could be a cult classic, and we want to be here first.
These people lined up late at night to see director Jim Hosking's creepily titled film, The Greasy Strangler.
It's kind of a mixture of sort of sweetness and tenderness and some sort of quite sort of depraved weirdness.
Cult filmmaker Rob Zombie is back with a feature called 31 about some carnival workers kidnapped on Halloween night.
5 of them were taken hostage, taken to this remote location where they play this game called 31. And for 12 hours, it's sort of a fight to the death against this seemingly endless stream of homicidal maniacs.
Horror appeals across languages, borders, and cultures. This is Under the Shadow, an Iranian film about a young mother slowly going mad amidst the carnage of the Iran-Iraq war. She's convinced there's an evil spirit or jinn in her apartment.
Every culture across the world have their own version of horror myths. From dawn of men, people were always fascinated with the stories that sort of terrify them.
Horror movies are as old as film itself. And throughout the decades, an assortment of werewolves, vampires, demons, and demented scientists have become stars of the genre.
That's what I'm going to do to you now. Tear the skin from your body.
Besides frightening generations of moviegoers, the horror genre is a real moneymaker.
The power of Christ compels you!
Horror movies are always a guaranteed profit for the most part. Because the fans are so dedicated, they rush out opening weekend.
The Blair Witch Project, which premiered at Sundance in 1999, went on to become the highest-grossing independent film of all time.
I'm so scared.
Even for many serious cinema fans, there's nothing quite like the guilty pleasure of sitting in a darkened theater and getting scared out of your wits. Horror films often reflect undercurrents running through contemporary culture and society.
Coming out of the last 2 years of what we've seen in the news, everything from mass shootings to police brutality, these are the things that have feed the imagination of filmmakers. And so the idea of humans being terrible to humans is, in fact, I think, the scariest thing of all, far scarier than Satan.
So, midnight after midnight, the Sundance horror features creep on, with filmmakers hoping their audiences will reward their work with the best reaction of all, a blood-curdling scream. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Park City, Utah.